Hello and welcome again for another edition of Tailgate Talk, Week 2. This is the Class B edition, Cali Oaks, Randy Whitehouse. Here to talk about the Class B slate in our region here, and we'll start off with the Mountain Valley coming off of one of the toughest losses they've had in some time, one of the most lopsided losses they've had in some time, taking on a Marshwood team that's coming off a big victory against York. How's the Falcons going to bounce back this week?
Obviously, a lot of frustration, and over the years when they've had losses like this, they have bounced back, and they've bounced back royally. We've seen, so I would expect nothing less than an outstanding effort Friday night on the home field, Hosmer Field, Chet Bulger Field at Hosmer Stadium, I guess you want to call it these days. But Mountain Valley, a tough opponent with a long bus ride. Mountain Valley knows what that's like. They went to Marshwood last year and struggled in the first half, so that's always a factor. They've been to York and Wells plenty of times over the years too. They got to get Mountain Valley's got to get the running game going early, get a lead, and let their defense get back to doing what they do. You know, they're still going to be missing Matt Hosey more than likely in the backfield, so it's going to put pressure on some of the other guys to pick it up and just get some confidence and get on the scoreboard. And Marshwood's not going to be an easy foe. They picked up a big win last weekend, as Randy mentioned, a new coach that's had some success in neighboring New Hampshire and Coach Rotzko, and he's got them playing good ball, and they're certainly a team with the experience of having played in Class A for many years that I think a lot of people expected last year would contend in the B division and really didn't, but they seem to have taken it up to the next level. So this is an interesting game. The Falcons, I don't think any of us can remember them going 0-2, and I don't think any of us would know what to think if they did. So it's hard for me to see that happening.
Rest of the slate in Western B has Spruce Mountain playing at Falmouth, and Green of Gloucester 1-0, going to Freiburg Academy on Saturday.
Two-game winning streak.
That's right.
So go Patriots.
Eastern B, we have Madison at Mount Blue, and Levitt also with their first home game hosting Belfast.
Yeah, I think you got two teams there that know they're heavily favored, two teams that came out and took care of business on the road. Long trips on the road up to the Penobscot Valley last weekend. Levitt spotted him in a field goal early and then scored 27 unanswered points, really got the offense clicking in the second quarter. They can just come at you in so many ways, and they have the multi-talented Brian Bedard who can line up as a quarterback, line up in the backfield, line up as a slot receiver. And they're probably going to score a lot of points against Belfast. And by the same token, Mount Blue put up 55 at Brewer. Jordan Whitney over 300 yards passing. Just seems like, they graduated a bunch of weapons, a bunch of tall, lanky receivers with good hands, and they've replaced them with more big play guys that we didn't see in the lineup last year, but get plenty of playing time. And Nick Hyde made some plays the other night, and certainly out of the backfield, Kalen Lucas has made some big runs both in the preseason and the regular season. So you see the Cougars continuing to click off 40, 50 points a game, and of course we're all thinking about that showdown between these two teams maybe 4 or 5 weeks from now. But they're not thinking about it. They're thinking about it a little bit, but their eye is on putting up points and getting things done the first few weeks of the season.
So it's just week 2. You don't want to get too far ahead of yourself. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves either, but we want you to check out all of our coverage online and in the print edition of Sun Journal. And check us out next week here on Tailgate Talk. For Cali Oaks, Randy Whitehouse. We'll see you on the field.